Hello friends, and welcome to today's video where we're going to talk about 21's second mini album, but first, nobody bother me today. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the negativity because, as we've established in the canon of my channel, I don't do heat well. I say this at least like 20 times every summer. I don't handle heat. My body shuts down at around 75. It's supposed to be 89 today, 90 tomorrow, and 89 the next day. So, like, I might die. Anyway, none of you care. We're here to talk about 21. I was actually debating, for the record. I had a debate with myself about which 2NE1 album to do. I was either going to do this one or the 2NE1 album, like their first full. I decided on doing their second mini, but their first full is probably going to happen at some point. However, just to go over how this video is going to work, I'm going to run through the track list. I'm going to give you my thoughts on each song, and then I'm going to give this album a score out of 10 at the end. But I do have a disclaimer before we continue, which is that everything I say in this video is just my opinion. You do not have to agree with my opinion because, as the mug always says, music is subjective, and that is great. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, we can get started. And first up, we have I Am the Best. And this song is a timeless classic. We must establish that before we say anything else. This song is a timeless classic. Its impact on K-pop as a whole cannot be overstated, and it does still slay. However, it also didn't age the best. Like, it is simultaneously a timeless classic that I do enjoy, and very much a 2011 song. But let's actually get into it. Right off the bat, we have the opening, and this opening is iconic. Like, this is probably one of the most recognizable openings of any K-pop song. The verses, however, are, if you ask me, one of the weaker parts of the song, if not the weakest part of the song. It's just, it doesn't have that same energy as the chorus does. Like, when people are thinking about this song, no one is thinking about the verses. Also, the bridge, low-key excellent. Like, a little bit too excellent. I think about this bridge weirdly often. I can see it in my mind right now, like the music video and the choreo in the music video. I can picture it perfectly. It literally lives in my head rent-free. Last thing I want to say about the song, for some reason, I was under the impression that when they do the like bambara-ta-ta-ta part, they're saying bitch. According to Genius.com, they're saying beat. So I've apparently been living a lie for these several years. However, I'm also going to continue to hear it as bitch. On to the next song, which is the official title track of this album, Ugly, and my feelings on this one are a little complex. I need you to go with me, okay? I am aware that, logically speaking, this is not some amazing masterpiece, right? Like, I'm aware of that. But my God, will I lose my mind to this song. I will say, though, this song does have very good background music. It took me a while to really notice that because I first heard this song when I was 16. 16-year-olds do not have complex thoughts about anything, let alone music. Like, it took me a while to just learn that there are different parts of songs, really. The background music for this one, though, is very good. It's giving a sort of soft punk pop vibe to it that I'm personally very into. The chorus, though, is the part that really does psychologically break me. This is the part that puts me into a demonic state because I lose my mind to this chorus. Like, I will enter an unhinged state of being. I will mouth scream along to it with my whole chest. I will become demonic. The one real issue I have with this song is similar to I Am the Best. The verses are just not on the same level as the rest of the song. Like, they're not bad by any means. They're perfectly fine. They're just not at that same level. None of that matters, though, because it is time for my favorite song, Lonely. Now, I said in my History of 21 video that there are two 21 titles that I still consistently listen to this day, and one of them is Lonely. Like, for some context, okay, me and the bestie purged our Apple Music, like, at this point around a year ago. I think it was last summer, but because we've had the Apple Music for, at this point, like 6 years, like, there's just a lot of songs in there that we didn't really listen to, so we purged it. And a lot of this album, this particular mini album, used to be in the Apple Music. It is now down to just Lonely. Of course, I say this like I have not been adding songs willy-nilly to the Apple Music for the past year, or at least the past, like, couple months. Like, I added 3 songs off the new Tan album. The new Tan album, by the way, I didn't review it. It's quite good. I personally enjoyed it. I think the title is great. But, like, I added 3 songs off that album to the Apple Music. They're good songs, don't get me wrong. But, like, they shouldn't be in the Apple Music. I might need to do another purge. We're getting off track. Let's talk about Lonely. This song, stunningly beautiful. Like, absolutely incredibly gorgeous. Like, I'm not gonna say this is the song where my love of guitar stems from, the sole source at the very least, but I do think it's a factor. Like, this song, I was really into at a very formative part of my musical listening lifetime, and I think it definitely impacted some things in my brain. Ignoring the background music, though, I still love this song so much. The verses are gorgeous, the pre-chorus is very pretty, and the bridge is an absolute moment. The part that I love the most, though, is unsurprisingly the chorus. Maybe it's because I'm in my perpetually single era and have been for years now, but this chorus fucks hard. It does. It's an experience for sure. Like, personally, I think this is one of 21's best choruses. It's not their best. It's not their best, but it is very much up there for me, and I personally just adore it. Moving on though, next we have the final pre-release off of this album, which was Hate You, and it's fine. Like, it's a pretty good song, but I feel like one of the big things holding it back is just it never achieved that same level of icon status that the other songs off this album did, at least the other 21 singles off this album did. Like, this song is the least successful single off of this album, and while people still talk about songs like I Am the Best and Ugly and that type of thing, this song never achieved that same status. However, since I'm here, I might as well talk about this song. Again, it's fine. The verses are solid. I have no issues with them. The pre-chorus is actually quite good. That is probably the best part of the song, the pre-chorus. A bit of a moment. However, the chorus itself, it's pretty mid if you ask me. The one real positive, like the major positive I'll give to this song, is just that Dada has lines, and that is not something I can say about most 21 releases. Like, they have a tendency to give her like 5 lines and that's it. She actually has a whole verse in this song, so there is that. However, on the flip side, the song is also around 60 to 70% CL. Now, admittedly, that is an issue with a lot of 21 songs. For those who have not heard as much of 21's catalog as I have, a lot of their songs are very CL heavy. However, this one is a bit more noticeable. Anyway, next is the one and only solo song on this album, which is Pak Bom's Don't Cry, and it's fun. It's no like groundbreaking piece of music. It is nothing that extraordinary, but it's a fun pop song. I will concede though, like, Bomb solos have never been my favorite. I think this is, to be fair, of the ones I've heard, I have not heard her entire solo catalog, but of the ones I've heard, this is probably the best. Just because, like, it's a fun pop song. I'm a pop girly. I think the chorus is actually doing a lot of heavy lifting for my enjoyment, though. Like, this chorus does hit. I will give it that. Like, this chorus still definitely hits, but the rest of the song is kind of just a standard pop song. But again, I'm a pop fan. I'm not going to complain about a pop song. Okay, last but not least, we have the only technical B-side on this album, which is Don't Stop the Music. And in spite of being by far the least successful song on this album, personally, I'd say it's one of the strongest. The only issue I actually take with this song is that it's very auto-tuned. However, that is not exclusive to this song. That is a complaint I could make about a lot of 21's catalog and just a lot of early 2010s music in general. So I'm not going to knock off too many points for that. And on top of it though, this song slaps. The verses are excellent. The pre-chorus builds so well into the chorus, and the background music is great too. The chorus though, it's queen shit. I'm not even remotely joking. Like, I was jamming my heart out to this chorus, taking these notes. It was an absolute experience. I was having the time of my life. Like, this chorus is something I actively want in the modern day of K-pop. I think this song as a whole really is ripe for a remake. The only thing really holding me back from actively asking for it is because since YG has the rights, they give it to a YG group, and the current only active YG girl group is Blackpink. And I don't think this song is really Blackpink's vibe, so I don't really want them to do it. So maybe Baby Monsters. We'll see what happens when Baby Monsters debuts. In summary though, I need to listen to the song more. The song is actually very, very good, and I should listen to it more often, because I don't listen to it that much. But that is all I have to tell you about this album. So with that, it is score time, and overall, I'm giving this album a 9 out of 10. I am somehow surprised by this score. And I made the score. Like, I chose the score, and I'm choosing to give it a 9 out of 10 because this album is absolutely iconic. Like, for the newer K-pop stans who maybe weren't around when 21 was popular, who maybe haven't heard their catalog, I would recommend this album. I'm not saying you're going to enjoy it, because a lot of these songs are admittedly very nostalgia based for me. Like, the score is very nostalgia based, but also I think it is very important to understand what used to be really popular, and I think everyone should listen to this album at least once. But yeah, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. And that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment your thoughts on this album down below. Let me know how you feel about all the songs. You can also like and subscribe if you want to, or don't. I will be okay either way. And down in the description, I'm putting my history of 2NE1. It's like 90 minutes. I run through their whole history. I have printouts. I have things. It's fun. It's a fun time. You can check it out if you so choose. But yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!